You should be helping your people. As a matter of fact, we use it to get out of a slump. When we were selling, we're having a tough time. Let me go close somebody else's deal. That'll get me back on track.
Yeah, get you back on track. And you talk about free stuff, Billy. I had a dealer. I'll read this to you as well. This is something that I always offer for free, and I can't. I don't sell like email products. It's not something that I do, but I do things for free a lot for my dealers, you know, and they may work with us on a quarterly basis, but we still want to maintain contact and relationship with them. So I got this dealer here, and I called him up. I said, hey, it's almost Black Friday. I'm sure you're going to have some specials going on. I'm not doing anything for you, but tell me what your specials are. Let me put you this email together, send it out to your database. So it took me a 5-minute investment in time to create this for the guy, and to just type an email is all I did, but just knowing trigger points and what to say for customers. He texted me. I said, happy Thanksgiving, brother. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day off. And that was Thursday. He said, happy Thanksgiving, brother. 14 sold off that email for $60,000. I said, for real? That's crazy. He said, I'm dead serious. And I said, it's crazy how much power your own customer base has. He said, and still a bunch working. I said, what's funny, man, is so many guys I use and try, like that I send these emails to, and they will never send them out. And so he was saying like, hey, man, I sent him something for free. And I send it to, if I send it to one dealer, I send it to our whole group and say, hey, here's something you can try for free. He sells 14 cars, $60,000 in variable gross, and paid us nothing. And you may say, well, that doesn't sound great for us, but it does, because now, you know, I have that deposit in our relationship. And so, you know, when it's time for me to do an event for, you know, $6,500 or $7,500 or $8,500 or whatever, you know, whatever type of event we do, he's already made $60,000 off of just our relationship with no investment at all. So, you know, we helping people for free, it actually, you know, sometimes you have to do the work now to get paid later.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, if you'll send me that email, I guarantee you I will use it for a couple of my dealers. So if you don't mind,
I'll send it over. Yeah.
Shoot it over to me. And that's exactly, really, you can't overstate that, because you can't outgive in a good relationship, you can't outgive. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come. So that's why now at the same time, we hate being taken advantage of. So, you know what I mean? But the sad part is, Caleb, that person who went out and copied you, that you trained up, that you pulled out of bankruptcy and saved his house, and now he's out there pitching the same pitch that you and I pitch. He'll never have what you and I have. He'll never have the success. He'll never have, it's not always about the money, but he'll never have the money. You can't get to the level that you're at by doing stuff like that. You really can't. Some people look up to people that have, I'm just going to use money for an example, but just success, and they think that you can't get it out without being ugly. But you can't get it by being ugly. You really can't. No. You can't get stopped by stepping on people.
We can move a lot faster, and I could have grown a lot faster by doing things the wrong way. And I know, like right now, that financially I can make myself more income by doing things the wrong way, by going after people's customers, by targeting people I know are working with other people that I know what they're paying and pricing and stuff. You know, I could go after those people, Billy, but it's not going to benefit me. It's dirty business, and I'm not going to be. We don't just get success from our own hard work. I believe, you know, I believe that God blesses us with talents and abilities, and then it's our job to put those to work for us and not waste the talents and abilities and gifts we're given. But the people that are dirty people, they're not believing in the same things we are. So they might have success here, but it's just temporary. You know, it will never be long term.
So temporary, and it just doing things that way doesn't fit into the way that we do things. So, I mean, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work, man. You know, everybody behind me back here in all these 36 personalized workstations back here, they know that I'm going to do everything I do to help them learn something new, help them make themselves better. You know, I'm going to empower them, and that, you know, doing things in a different way just wouldn't fit in. It wouldn't work. It would hurt. It would hurt. And it's going to hurt everybody if you do that. And, you know, if that's your MO, and we see it time and time again. You know, we had somebody that was selling a lot of events that went out on their own, buddy. And man, thank God they did. If you remember.
Yeah. I don't even know if that guy's still alive or whatever, you know. I don't know if he's in jail or where he's at, but yeah, I'm glad our name was not associated with that one anymore.
It doesn't fit in here. I had someone ask me yesterday, Caleb. She was a very detailed person. I was on a call. Jamie Lopez. He got some interest from a dealer. As a matter of fact, let me tell the whole story. 2 years ago, a young man from Coffee County, right here where I'm at, he bought this book, and he had never sold cars before, but he was just thrilled, you know, to know that someone around here had written a book, and he just all on board and was a believer from the beginning. He went and started working for a car dealer in the college town he was in. He got to college. He started selling cars and helped paying his way through college by selling cars, and he used this every single day. He was also on Cardone training, and he bought in. Now, it took 2 or 3 dealerships before he found his right spot. He was running a BDC while in college at a pretty big volume dealer in Savannah, Georgia, and the general manager, he started telling the general manager about what we do and about the events and things. The general manager leaves there, goes to somewhere up there near you. He's north of Charlotte. They called me yesterday that they have 3 pretty big volume stores right there in the same spot. And he said, "Hey, this kid that I worked in ran the last BDC. He told me about you." You know, so 2.5 years later, this guy just sold us an event. You know what I'm saying? And once we get it inked, I'm gonna
take care of him.
I'm gonna take care of him. But during this conversation, the lady asked me that was on the call with us, what sets you apart? You know, what makes you different? I said, the main thing is we have real people back here, you know, and here's the thing that you and I do that most people don't or not willing to do. We will invest our resources. You know, if it was all about the money, we could just stack cash and just worry about you and me. But the investment that we put back into the people, back into the product, back into all this equipment, this call center, you know, that's something that most people are just too scared to do because they're not confident that their product will stand the test of time in the marketplace.
That's right. They don't, you know, like the guy the other day said it was of course it was a quote, you know, from the Spanish, but, you know, not everybody will burn the ships, right? Not everybody will just go all in and not look at anything else as an option. Because if, when you're building something, when you're dedicated to it, it's yours, you're going to build it, you're going to push it, you're going to make it. When you're copying something, when it quits working, you just look for the next thing to rip off, you know? Right. And so that's why, like, we've evolved. I know that events are kind of our bread and butter, but we all both agree that chat and that full service chat solution, coupled with events and coupled with email marketing and direct mail and every type of marketing, TV, radio, whatever the dealer has that he's doing, that we need to be the first person to talk to his customers. And that's what's going to be a better service for him than like a Facebook deal. Because I tell dealers all the time, hey, you know, if you do a standard event and we spend $3,000 on ads, and then we put 3 to 5 people on your store from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., you know, for 15 hours a day, 7 days, you know, that's over basically 100 hours of work. So let's say you paid them, you know, $15 an hour, just a minimum wage, you know, well, now, you know, you've already overpaid just for that what an event costs without us making any profit. So I always tell people, okay, well, we make $1,000. You know, for us, I know that it'd be better if we could just handle push, become the number one live person, real people chat service, you know, in the nation, which I know that we will do. I see that happening in 2021, and I know that we're going to do that. And I feel like we're going to be able to give an even better service to our clients once we have everything in that area as well. So
yeah, I totally agree. And speaking of, they were making some updates earlier. As you know, DigiNinja turned from a 3-month project into we're on 13 or 14 months now. But we are using it. Let's test the chat. I know I don't mind being in the spotlight. If it glitches out, it's my fault. But go to Kia of Coatesville. You might just type in Jim Sapala, Kia of Coatesville. I think it was live on there this morning. We did this yesterday or the day before, Caleb, and we compared it to a couple of big retail stores that should have a track record of success. But man, they were terrible on their chat. Now I'm not going to put anybody else under the microscope today, unless you want me to, Caleb. But now check this out, Caleb. On their chat, can the widget they have a picture of Billy on there. So what can I say? I would probably change that to the picture of the dealer. But anyway, click on the chat with me and see. So there you go. Talk to me. Let's type in. Can I get an out the door price on a Kia? What do they make? Sorento?
Yeah, Kia Sorento LX.
Let's see. First of all, if it's working and if it's a bot. So, Caleb, when you say that we can be the number one producer or the number one provider of chat, he's typing. Do you think that we can take chat into as many dealers as we have taken the Facebook buyback events?
Yeah, and faster, because see, the difference is everyone's already using chat. Everyone knows they need a chat tool on their website. Yeah. Facebook events, even now, some dealers who call us, they really don't know what it is, right? They're like, hey, well, explain this to me. And I know that like you, we've gotten to the point where we're so busy, it's hard to even do like a demonstration on what a Facebook event is, because so many people already know and they just want to just basically turn an order in and let us do our jobs. Mm-hmm. And so with chat, they're already using it. So all we have to do, honestly, is go onto a dealer's website, start a conversation, screenshot how bad it is, send it to the dealer, and say, well, you just need, this is what you're paying for. So if they're paying $500, $700, $1,000, $1,200 a month, it's worthless, right? So whatever our retail price point is, it doesn't matter, because they're already paying for something that gives them no results that they know is important, but it's no good. So we can give them something that actually works, and that's going to make a giant difference in what we do. So
Smith, did he respond in a timely manner?
Yes. And within the same minute on the first message, he said, of course, smiley face, would you be looking to trade in with us as well? And then a minute later, they said, on top of that, could I get you some pricing information on an SX or an EX model if it were roughly the same monthly payment?
So he's offering, and guess what he hasn't done, Caleb? He has not asked he hadn't asked us for our name. He hasn't asked us for a phone number. He hasn't asked us for emails. I'd give him a 9 out of 10 on that.
I would too. And that's a key point, Billy, you just talked about, is so many of the CRM tools and the chat tools are built around the person who sold that tool. So whether that's eLeads or Event Solutions or CarNow, whoever the actual person is that sold that product, the issue is, they need to collect all that so they can show the dealer, say, hey, look, well, our tool is getting you name, address, phone number, all this information. The problem is the dealer thinks that's what he needs. All he really needs is an appointment and to sell a car. And so we're asking the customer to give everything to us. And you really got to look at your sales process and make sure that it's about giving and not getting. Because if it's just about the customer giving you everything and giving you all the information, and they have to give you everything to get something. What do you really want? Do you want a CRM full of customer information, or do you want to sell a car? And you really got to decide, because you can't do both.